May 1943, 25,000 feet above northern France. Adolf Galland, one of the most experienced fighter pilots alive, rolls his Messerschmitt Bf 109 into a climbing turn. Below him, what should be an easy kill, an American fighter. Oversized, bloated, ugly. German pilots had a nickname for it. Die fliegende Milchflasche, the flying milk bottle. Too fat to turn, too heavy to fight. A joke in the sky. Galland lines up the shot. Then reality snaps. The American aircraft rolls inverted and dives. Not in panic, but with absolute control. In seconds, it drops from high altitude toward the earth like a falling anvil. Galland follows, and his aircraft begins to die. Controls stiffen. Response vanishes. Physics takes over. By the time Galland recovers, the American fighter is gone. Vanished. For the first time in years of combat, Galland feels something unfamiliar. Uncertainty. Galland was not a rookie. He had flown since the Spanish Civil War. He had survived the Battle of Britain. He had faced Spitfires, Hurricanes, veterans, aces. But this was different. That night, Galland writes a report. Not emotional, not speculative. Cold, technical, precise. The American aircraft was a P-47 Thunderbolt, fast at altitude, heavily armored, 8 50 caliber machine guns and a flying execution squad. And disturbingly, almost indestructible. Reports confirm it. P-47s returning home with damage that would have destroyed any German fighter. Galland's conclusion is blunt. If we fight this aircraft using traditional dogfighting tactics, and we will die. He sends the report up the chain. To the man who controlled Germany's air war. That man was Hermann Göring. Once a World War I ace. Now something else entirely. Drug addicted. Corrupt. Drowning in stolen art and delusion. Galland expects urgency. Instead, silence. Then a summons. When Galland arrives, he waits for hours. Göring finally appears, furious. Bombs are falling on German cities. The promise he once made, no bomb will ever touch German soil, lies in ruins. Galland presents facts. Performance data. Frontline reports. Combat observations. The conclusion is unavoidable. The P-47 is a serious threat. Göring explodes. Defeatist propaganda. Americans build refrigerators, not fighters. The report is dismissed as psychological warfare. Reality is rejected. Galland tries again. Carefully, respectfully. He explains he faced the aircraft himself. That is a mistake. Göring turns purple with rage. Are you questioning my understanding of air combat? In Nazi Germany, truth was dangerous. Göring waves him off. Jets will fix everything. Dismissed. Galland leaves knowing something terrifying. The leadership cannot adapt, because ideology won't let them. Galland's predictions come true. The Thunderbolts arrive in numbers. German pilots engage and die. Why? Because the Americans refuse to dogfight. They climb higher, 30,000 feet. Then they dive. One pass, 8 machine guns, seconds of destruction. Then they climb again, untouched. German fighters follow and lose control at high speed. This is boom and zoom warfare, a form of combat Germany has no answer for. Even mediocre American pilots kill experienced German aces. Not because of skill, because of aircraft and doctrine. February 1944. Operation Argument, big week. 6 days of non-stop assault. Hundreds of bombers, escorted by P-47s, P-38s, and P-51 Mustang. Factories burn, fighters rise to defend. It's exactly what the Americans want. Galland flies himself. His wingman is killed instantly. A Thunderbolt appears, unseen, tearing through Galland's aircraft. He survives by chance. Later, he counts the bullet holes. One hit to the coolant line, he'd be dead. Even the best are vulnerable now. Part 7. The Math of Defeat. By the end of Big Week, Germany loses 350 fighters, 50 experienced pilots, irreplaceable. The US replaces losses within weeks. America builds a Thunderbolt every hour. Germany cannot compete. By late 1944, new German pilots have less than 50 flight hours. They are sent into combat against veterans. Galland calls it what it is. Lambs to the slaughter. Göring blames cowardice. Galland snaps. In front of senior officers, he calls Göring a liar. The room freezes. This is treason in all but name. Galland is marked. Later, he leads the fighter pilots' revolt, demanding change or Göring's removal. The response is immediate. Galland is stripped of command, silenced. Truth has lost. In desperation, Galland is allowed one last unit. Jagdverband 44, flying the revolutionary Messerschmitt Me-262. Fast, deadly, beautiful, and meaningless. No fuel, no pilots, no time. Germany collapses. After the war, Galland speaks freely. His verdict on the Thunderbolt is final. We underestimated it completely. It was fast, tough, heavily armed, produced in numbers Germany could never match. The real failure wasn't technology, it was arrogance. A regime that rejected reality could not survive reality. The P-47 Thunderbolt didn't just destroy German fighters, it destroyed an illusion. Because physics doesn't care about ideology, and propaganda cannot outfly mathematics.